What's up, YouTube? Wise guys are back for another video. And before we get into the content, I know why y'all here, man. You know, you're simp of the years. Derrick Jaxn, simp of the decade, simp of the eon, of the score. However you group years together, man. Your boy got the title. And thank y'all for tuning in, man. I know we don't always, we live busy lives. We're going to try to be more consistent. And y'all are checking those videos out, man. Shout out to everybody who checked the last Kevin Samuels versus feminist video. It's done really well. And it's funny, man. We'll watch them. Be like, oh, shit, people watching them. So it's you know, watch them. That was an hour and a half long video, man. So we appreciate y'all for that.
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, man, let's get into the content. Sam, you got anything before we roll?
Yeah, the thing we forget all the time. Please continue to like, comment, dislike, subscribe. Please just stick with us. We're going to keep bringing y'all the content that y'all love to watch. And, you know, interact with us. We're checking these comments, so we want to hear from y'all too. You know, we're not just up here talking just to be talking. We talking to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because we talk all the time to ourselves. So y'all keep interacting and rocking with us. We appreciate it for real. Every subscriber means something to us. So.
Some of y'all don't mean shit to me, but you know, that's cool.
It means to me.
I'll go with the company line on that one. But no, so without further ado, man, let's go ahead and let's get into it, man. It's a lot to unpack, and I got some bonus information at the end, so stay all the way to the end. I won't say what I know about the update about this until we go through everything that we discussing just off this video. So y'all stay tuned all the way to the end.
All right.
That's called a teaser. Give me a teaser. So
I don't know what that teaser is either. So yeah, we all in this together.
There you go. You gotta keep the people engaged. I love y'all like that. Except for few y'all who I don't. Not just for you. All right, let's roll. All right, your man, simp of the decade, Derrick Jaxn, explaining himself. Let's go.
All right, it says I'm live on YouTube. If you guys can hear me in the chat, say aye, please. Now I'm gonna try to go live here on Facebook. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're about to find out.
Wait, time out. Stop it.
All right.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's a gold chain he got on. That's a picture of himself in the back top right corner.
No.
That's a YouTube plaque in the back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got 100,000 subscribers. What you talking about?
What
I don't know what you mean.
What is that?
I don't know what you mean, man. You gotta be more specific.
It says "Heal Together," Derrick Jaxn. Is that a book?
Damn, it's almost like that's a promotional piece right there.
Okay, carry on.
Oh, damn, that's crazy how you did that. Damn, that's smart. Let's proceed.
All right, so hopefully you guys are tuned in here on Facebook and also tuned in here on YouTube. Let me see if I see any eyes in the comment section. So I'm here early. So people said, hey, let me see. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it on my side. Can you guys see me? Say aye if you can see me and hear me. Okay. Oh, some people just put eye emojis. All right. I see some eyes. Let me go to Facebook. I'm doing something I typically don't do. All right, cool. I'm streaming from a camera or whatever. Okay, this thing is glitching because I'm on Wi-Fi.
Bro, like you streaming.
All right, so if you guys can see me, we're just gonna rock out like that. Let me move this book anyway. Cool. I know it's really glitchy, guys, because I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm not a big live streamer, as you guys probably already know. I don't even think my modem is in here. But if you can hear me, we're gonna go with it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing started.
Right.
Actually, let's
skip a little forward, man. Let's do it right here.
Yeah,
you guys can hear me. I'm cool. You guys can
You said what?
He's making me mad. All this bullshit.
What's that? Is the door unlocked? Okay, yeah. Okay. Making sure the door was unlocked before I got started.
It's kind of cold in here, right?
Yeah. How y'all temperature at home? Mine about 67. Let me make sure the weather's all right before we get going, y'all.
We're gonna give a shout out to all the insects living outside, you know, before we get this rolling.
So we get going. Any kindergarten teachers in here? Okay, yeah, man. I had a kindergarten teacher too, man. What's up?
He a clown, dog.
Get to it, bro. Get to it. Let's roll.
This is for everything personal. My time said about an hour early. No, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going on 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bro.
Come out or come forward. So those people are here, and I want y'all to know, because I know, and I'm also not going to be speaking to them. Those people that hate me no matter what, hey, man, you're entitled to whatever, but I'm not speaking to you. The second group of people, which is probably...
Okay, let me back it up just a bit. Because he talking about people who he talking to.
Been waiting on something.
So if y'all can hear me, he's talking about people who he's speaking to right now. Like, I'll let him say it.
Didn't even wait. Matter of fact, over these past 9 years, they even created a couple of things to try to get me caught up or try to have something against me. These are people that don't like me. I can already see in the comments. There's about 3 groups of people in here. The first group are what I call the bloodthirsties. The bloodthirsties are people that don't like me, never like me, been waiting on something, didn't even wait. Matter of fact, over these past 9 years, they even created a couple of things to try to get me caught up or try to have something against me. And now there's something semi-legitimate that has come out or come forward. So those people are here, and I want y'all to know, because I know, and I'm also not going to be speaking to them. Those people that hate me no matter what, hey, man, you're entitled to whatever, but I'm not speaking to you. The second group of people, which is probably the minority of people, those people are those on the opposite extreme. Derrick can do no wrong. I don't care what Derrick is. Well, I won't say necessarily that's group number 2, but the Derrick can do no wrong is absolutely false. Okay, I deserve to be held accountable. If I did something wrong, I'm not above no law. I'm not above getting checked. That just is what it is. Make sure that for me or anybody else, you're not idolizing nobody. All right, if you separate the man from the actions or whatever the case, that's fine. But I would rather you just kind of decide after you hear me speak. Let's see here. The third group is who I'm going to be speaking to. Third. That's going to be the people that say, D, you know, I find some value in what you do, whether I'm a supporter of your books, your videos, whatever, I find some value, but I got questions about where you're coming from with this stuff that you speak. You know, I got questions. What's going on? Do you walk it like you talk it? Do you practice what you preach? So for that group of people, totally fair, legitimate concerns, expectations, question to ask. Do I practice what I preach? I'm going to be talking to you guys tonight. So thank y'all all for being here.
All right. First off, he trying to set the margins of. That is a typical. All right, I don't want to offend nobody, but that's like a woman trait where you don't basically want basically the adulation from the people that you deem as the most positive to receive what you're about to say. And he's trying to set the precept right now. And it's a smart tactic. It is a very smart tactic, but I know what you're doing, bro. And I ain't going. But what you got, Tim?
No, I was just stuck. The whole time he was talking, nigga, that's master manipulator shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You ain't said nothing slick to a can of oil, baby. We know what this is. You setting the parameters so nobody can go outside of it.
There you go.
Said nobody's talking to them. So what are you doing?
There you go. That is manipulation 101. That's brilliant, man.
Yeah.
I gotta give him props to start off. That's brilliant.
Yeah, he's on it.
Let's keep it going.
I think we've kind of caught up to that 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time mark. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why did I make this about my book, Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other? You know, do I really need a publicity stunt for this?
I'll tell you why, because you're pushing your book. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Great marketing play. Let's get it.
It's brilliant because I'm doing it, but I'm acting like I'm not doing it, but I'm doing it. This dude right here is talented, man.
This is awesome. I can appreciate this part of about him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's being his authentic self, and it's a great marketing tactic. Like, all right, I'm not gonna use this, but see, this is shit I wrote it for just in case something like this happened, but I'm not using it. You know, but in case y'all want to know something like this happened, I got it, but I ain't using it. But yeah,
it's right. I mean, it's almost like our spiritual whistleblower video we did a few months ago, and that's probably our best video we've done. It was like, well, I don't ask y'all to share these videos, but this one, I'm gonna ask y'all to share. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go forward.
Do I need help selling this or anything like that? The answer is no. Of course, I want to get this into as many hands as possible, and I'll let you know why. But this book is a part of what I preach. Don't forget your crown, part of what I preach. The videos that I post, part of what I preach. In order for me to qualify, me letting you guys know whether or not I practice what I preach, I'm going to have to reference the books. And the most recent one is Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. And especially what we're going to talk about tonight is directly related to why I wrote this, what I put in this, okay? So it probably, for those that are just getting in, I see somebody says slow down mode. Is it glitching? Anyway, let's keep it going. So everything really started back, honestly, when I wrote this book.
You know, it's funny how often, man, he grabbing these books and flashing them, man. Like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Bro, he can't say shit without grabbing. It's like a deck of cards. Hold on. When I wrote this one, it was just, you know, but we're going to talk about this one tonight. It ain't, this is going to be funny. Let's go.
let's proceed forward, man. I just got to stop him as I see him. And I want to say this, guys. I'm not taking no glory in this. And me and Sammy talked about this before the video. And I was saying this in the comments in Facebook yesterday. I don't want to see him fall on his face because of this kind of shit. I want to challenge his position and him fall on his face off of that, not off of this, because all of us are human. Everybody got their shit. Everybody got their thing. So I'm not condemning him for not being perfect.
Right.
I'm side-eyeing the fact that he's a woman's advocate so much, but and you'll see, man. He a nigga, man, just like any other nigga out here, bro. And what you're doing is you're not being righteous in the sense that you are not talking about how you honestly feel, because you understand your constituents who buy your stuff and you're playing to that crowd. And so that's what I got a problem with. Not so much of him, you know, having infidelity. I mean, everybody, male and female have this issue, but I'm just more about his cleanup campaign, damage control, as it were. That's what I have more of a problem with. You got anything before we go?
I haven't seen any of this. I don't know what he's about to say, so I don't know in what fashion he's going to conduct himself. But from what I can tell right now, it's more about selling and saving face than anything, and it's not about where, you know what, I fucked up and I gotta live up to that, and this is why I got this book Healing Together. That's not what's about to happen. I can see that now. You know what I'm saying? He on some other shit, so I'm trying to see what that other shit is.
Absolutely, man. Before we go, man, what up to Christian G, man?
What up, boy?
What up, Jen? Speak on it. Niggas know. Yes, sir.
Yeah, already.
Yes, sir. All right, let's keep it rolling.
Book. Don't Forget Your Crown and what I wrote it about. Me and my wife, we got back together in 2016. Now, what throws some people off about that is that we were messing around having sex before we got back together. We got back together, I think, in August of 2016. Later in 2016, August, September. We conceived the baby in January that was born in early October. You do the math if you want to, right? Now, I got roasted up and down, and guess what? I totally get why, because that's a shaky foundation. We had a baby. We wasn't even prepared to get in a relationship. Me knowing that this is a woman that I wanted, I went ahead and got down on one knee within a couple of months. It wasn't just because of the baby. I really was like, I've been unhappy doing my thing with these other chicks or whatever. I know this woman, her name is Danae, by the way, is the one that I want. Fast forward. Of course, that's a shaky foundation, trash foundation. Two people just riding high on love and emotion, and then being new parents right in the
one thing I want to point out too is his body language, man. This dude all over the place, dog. Like he's like shadow boxing and shit. Like, like yeah, man. You know, me and Danae, yeah. No. And I just think there's some disingenuousness in this mix, and so I'm noticing the body language is not contrite. Like it's a little evasive. I want to say that.
Absolutely is. And look, I don't like how the fact he's trying to gloss over the shit that he's saying. Is like, sure, it's a shaky foundation, it's a trash foundation, yeah, whatever, you know, that's nothing, you know.
Yeah.
And her name is this, by the way. Like, you don't want us to know who she is. You don't want us to relish in the fact that it was trash. By your own admission, like, I wouldn't give a shit how you got married or how that came to be. Like, the fact that you have a problem with it shows a lot. It says a lot, and that's what's getting interesting to me. But like you said, yeah, you know, look, boom, 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 boom. That's how this conversation is gonna go. You know, boom, boom. This how this, boom, boom. Man, you one of them niggas. So.
Yeah, he trying to get in front of it, man.
Yeah.
I get it. I get what he's doing, but it's just funny to observe. Let's roll off.
It'll be funny.
Of a new marriage. That brings me up to some of the issues that we had that led to Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other is a biblically based manuscript.
Okay, so I gotta say this again. I've watched this already. Wow. This is where he's starting to set the pretext for the forgiveness. This is this is second level of the forgiveness pretext. So he's about to go into the Bible aspect of it, and he's gonna push it pretty hard. And you guys are about to see this.
Game plan on how to let God restore your relationship or restore you, no matter how much you've been hurt in the past, broken you are, etc. Okay, so Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other talks about how to have your individual journey and how the journey is really not a journey, it's a fight. It talks about all these different things. Now, why did I even?
Am I wrong for pointing this out?
No, point it out. No.
What is your reason for well, you know what? When we're nervous, we do nervous things. So your hands get fidgety. He pulled a book open, pulled to a page off of something he already knows he's gonna say. You read nothing out of it. I don't understand why this book is his prop so prevalently. I don't understand that, man.
Bro, when we went and we was getting them grills and we wanted the discount and they brought their calculator
out.
Just put the price in there like that. You did no math at all. Just put the price in. We saw that. That's the same thing. He opened that book and not read shit like.
They read a damn thing out there, bro. It was Sammy talking about it. It's like we used to have like gold grills back in the day. It's just like we talking like 2003, 2004, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And so I went to Sharpstown Mall in Houston, man, and I think you getting a grill. No, I got mine from Dallas, so it's you.
Yeah.
And he's asking for a discount. And you know, if y'all from Houston like us, man, Sharpstown Mall, you got those Arab cats who do jewelry, or the Asian cats that do jewelry, and they were saying, you know, what the price was for the grill. Like, man, that's too high, man. You can't give us no deal. He's like, man, $250. That's all I can do. He's like, hey, man, you ain't. So he gets a calculator, types in $250, and turns the calculator around like this, man. He's like, nigga, you ain't do no math, nigga. You just typed in $250.
Let me see. This is what I can do. Like, what?
Yeah. So that's what he's talking about. Like you using this manipulative, which is not really adding to any value to what you're saying. You got it out because it's right by you. Yeah. So that's what Derrick Jaxn is doing right now with that book. So that's the analogy, the full scope. Let us proceed forward.
Write this book. February 1st. This is something a lot of you did not know. February 1st, me and my wife separated. I'm talking official separation. Before that, we had like an unofficial separation. You know, I'm not at the house. She's not at the house. We're not talking. We not blah, blah, blah. February 1st is the official mutual. I said, look, I don't think this is going to work. Separation. We had some challenges before that. February 4th, I gave my life to Christ. I said, God, I can't handle this. I need you to come in and help me out. That was on February 4th, the exact same day. Danae, my wife, she packed up the kids and left the crib, went 1,500 miles away to her mom's crib. All right. Fast forward, because I'm trying to get to the point. I know what a lot of people really want to talk about, some of the stuff that has been swirling around or whatever, right? Fast forward a couple of months. In those couple of months, we were working on the marriage. Hey, maybe we can make this work. We're praying. We're going to church about this. Now we're both in Christ. She's already a Christian. I'm a new Christian. And it's not working. Nothing that I implement is working. Nothing that we're having in these conversations is working. Basically.
So, all right, just so trying to follow the timeline. January. They were married in October. No. They had the baby in October. He said, do the math. And he's saying by February they were separated officially, but before that they had unofficial separations. Am I following this correctly?
That's what he said.
Okay, so we need clarity on what's an official and unofficial separation first off. But okay, so within 4 months of his baby being born, they had an unofficial separation, and this was the official separation. And now a couple months later, well, 2 days later after they left, he gave his life to Christ, is what he's saying. And then we fast forward to the stuff that everybody want to talk about. That's where we at right now.
Yeah. Okay. And to be honest, that's the only thing that makes that I care about, him giving the life to Christ thing, because that is the buffer where you get the sympathy. So that's all that matters right now. The timeline, fuck all that. You can conflate all that. Yeah. These are the points where he wants you to have sympathy for him, bringing shit up like that. Because if you really explain your story, that has nothing to do with anything. But yeah, that's what he's doing. Like, so again, man, I'm a salesman, man. I hear people talk all the time about what they're doing, what their intent is, what they got going on. And the whole time I'm doing this, I'm just trying to figure out, what are you really trying to tell me? What's the real story? Because people it's like word salad all around the place. And it's all it is a deflection. Or it's like a precept to a deflection later. So you're just giving me extraneous information, as it were. But the real story comes when you probe past that bullshit. And so that's what he's doing right now. He's setting precursors or word salad to paint the narrative how he wants you to perceive it, especially if you follow Christ. You know what I mean? And so that's what he's doing. He's setting those pins in the ground for sympathy, in the way I perceive it. So let's go forward.
Absolutely. Christian says, dude created the whole timeline. It's too late. You're right. It is too late. Well, it's not too late for him, for his flock. You know, he's trying to save face for them. It ain't shit about his wife, you know what I'm saying? And he dealing with that at home. But I think that if he really wanted to, well, we'll get to that later, but he could have done this a different way and had people really on his side. Like, instead of that goddamn book, he could have had his wife right there. You know what I'm saying? If this is something they truly healing together through. But that's not the case right now. So he giving us this one-sided story that's full of shit, you know, and you could tell, like, with this, look at it right now. Clip stopped it on, and this is just by chance. The nigga like this. You know, when you know somebody lying when they talking to you like this, that, bro, man, I just, you know what I'm saying? And then this happened, and then, like, what's all this, bro? Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, we'll see that. But yeah, Christian, you're right. It's too late. Go ahead.
You know what he looked like right there? You remember that video about maybe 2 years ago, the little fat boy and the skinny dude, like, man, he eat his sandwiches cold.
Why the fuck he ain't eat it cold?
Yeah, why he eat it cold? Nigga, like, motherfucking, yeah, but you eat your sandwiches cold. Like, why you ain't eat it cold? That's some shit he said. That's what you look like right there.
You cry on your whoop. I got whoop. I ain't crying, nigga. You cry on your whoop.
That's what he look like, man. Find that video on YouTube, y'all. That shit is hilarious, man. Why you eat your sandwich cold, man? That shit is funny, bro.
Yes,
funny as hell. And that's what Derrick Jaxn doing right now. All right, let's proceed forward.
Basically, start losing hope around, I would say, May. Then we had a disagreement about whether or not to even have the kids here at my place or, you know, up there with her mom. Matter of fact, let's do some fact checking. If somebody wants to pull up my YouTube channel, you can see in the earlier part of 2020 where I'm doing my videos, what you'll see is I'm in Airbnbs.
What's the point of putting his phone out if you didn't follow through?
You can put him on YouTube and yeah. Never mind, it ain't on that.
Hey, any of y'all ever seen Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence? That boy talking about, yeah, man, it was cops all over the place, man. You know what I'm saying? I shot somebody. You might be in the paper. All right, no, it wasn't in the paper, but you know what I'm saying? That's what it look like. Bro. This dude right here, man. This dude's very evasive, man.
Oh, man.
He's very evasive.
Yeah, Christian, you're right, bro. She should have been there. Go ahead.
Let's roll.
Up in Denver, I was flying back and forth over and over again, right? And again, guys, people in the comments, I told y'all the bloodthirsties are here, and they're going to try to dominate the comment section. Ignore them. All right. Anyway, even with all of that being said, I'm flying up. We're meeting with pastors. We're doing this. We're doing that. Things are not working. Around May is whenever we started losing, like both of us started feeling, mainly her though. And then we had an argument about where the kids were going to be, whether they're going to be with me on this date or her with that date. And then lawyers got introduced. Shortly after lawyers got introduced, I realized she wasn't wearing her ring. Shortly after that, because we're continuing to talk as much as possible, we stopped talking. Most of our conversation is in text message. And then we have a conversation. When we do have a conversation, she's letting me know, like, whatever you need to do because you're not my responsibility. I'm not linked to you. Like, we are together, but right now I understand if you got to go out and do whatever. Now, what that spoke to me was, I don't care if you're going to be with other women, et cetera, et cetera. But that wasn't my green light. My issue is this. At that point, I had a beef with God. I gave my life to Christ in February. On February.
All right, so all that shit he said don't mean nothing. This is what he wants you to hear right here. This is his again. He's doubling down on that pretext to get you to feel bad for him. This is what he wants you to hear.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There we go.
February 4th, 2020. Matter of fact, some of y'all that follow my Twitter may have seen me a couple of weeks ago talking about how I just hit my 1 year mark. I gave my life to Christ and my whole life fell apart. My marriage fell apart. At this point, I'm not seeing my kids. I'm helping people best I can, but
he wants you to relate to his struggle with your life being in shambles after you commit to Christ, quote unquote. This is where he pulls you in right here. That's a great manipulation tactic.
Yeah, but this is some weak ass shit, and this is the weakest shit that you could probably use on the fucking planet. Like,
it works with women though. It works with women.
I can see because they more emotionally led, and they feel like, well, I love Jesus too, and things don't always go right in my life, so I don't understand. Fuck that. Fuck that. But we'll get to that part.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. All right, let's keep going.
But that's not giving me fulfillment. I got money. I got this, that, and the other. And I really honestly just went to a place of effort. Just screw it. I don't care no more. I don't care about being a good man because look where it's got me. I don't care about serving God because look where it's got me, right? That was in May. I would say June, conversation is slowing down. She's waiting for a lawyer to get back to her. And what I'm getting to is the point where I hit rock bottom, because I did hit a rock bottom, and where God pulled us from. And then this is how all of this came to be. June, we talking about my birthday. She basically lets me know there's no plan for her to be around on my birthday. Okay. Now,
this is soft nigga shit right here. So in his mind, you don't want to be around for my birthday because this is me. This is my day. He's getting soft right now. And that's the level this type of dude thinks on.
Bro, exactly what you said. And the fact that he said that I was at my low and I was like, screw it. I did all this and I was being a man. I got money and this and that and all that, but God wasn't there for me. So I didn't feel like the man that I thought I should be, and this is why this is happening. And now my birthday came. And it only comes once a year, so she wasn't gonna be with me. So shit, what I was supposed to do? I had to get somebody. Use a bitch. Tell him I said it. Use a bitch for that. You like,
yeah.
Go ahead, bro. I can't.
No, and man, here's the thing. When we say that's bitch shit because that's shit you do when you're 22, 23. Bro. That's like it's emotional manipulation is what that is. I just remember all the time, man. Like, and I had a girl at during that age. She's very intelligent. She's a lawyer now, and she was college age at the time. And me, I was just exiting college. I used to play that game when she wasn't in the way I perceived it, attentive to something I felt was important. So when I felt she wasn't being attentive like she should have, I would play that emotional game. But damn, it's something mean to me. You don't care about it? I bet. You know what I'm saying? Like that's weak young boy shit. That's weak young boy tactic to sway. You're basically trying to sway the pendulum back on your side. And I know exactly what he's doing that. And he's, you know, I don't know how old Derrick Jaxn is. I assume he's 30 plus.
Yeah.
That's a young boy tactic. So while you pulling that up, let us keep rolling.
I'm in screw it mode, F it mode. I'm hitting up old chicks. I really don't care at this point. I don't care about my reputation. I don't care about the business. I don't care about any of that. One of those people was a girl named Candace. She's from Florida, Orlando, Florida. Girl I'd have known, at least been acquainted with for a couple of years, right? Last time I think I seen her was back in 2016 before me and my wife got together. I hit Candace up. I'm going to come down to Miami. We're going to kick it. I'm going to get a yacht, blah, blah, blah. Now, here's the thing. And we're going to do a Q&A right after this. Here's the thing. So me and Candace have had a sexual relationship without actually having sex all of these years, right?
Sammy, on one hand, tell me how many niggas you know who said some shit like that to you.
Just look at this one hand. 0. 0. He 31, so he was born in that 89.
Yeah, so he old enough to turn the corner with that young boy shit. That's that 25-year-old man game shit, like the 23. Yeah. This motherfucker had a sex relationship without having sex.
I've never heard that.
I ain't never heard him say that.
Bro. All right. Yeah, let's let him keep on with his bullshit.
All right.
So we go hang out. We're on the yacht. We're doing our thing. Friends are there. We come back to my Airbnb. Everybody's having a kickback. She leaves. Everybody leaves. My boys leave. She leaves. Everything. She comes back the next day because we're going to go out to eat. And for some reason, she needed to use.
Nah, she coming back because you trying to beat. Let's come on.
Let's been having sex without having sex for all these years, and she.
Let's cut the shit, man. Let's cut the shit.
Yeah.
Let's cut the shit. You took her down that night, homeboy. You bring a bitch on a yacht who you've been flirting with, and she knows your profile. You know, I mean, I think he's a millionaire. He got money.
Yeah, he got million.
You brought her in for a good time. You sent her home. Come on, bro. Stop.
On your birthday, and when your wife didn't want to be with you, and you was at your lowest point, but you were still this good guy when you didn't care.
When I was in effort mode.
Yeah, I still had these good ethics about myself, and I told her to leave.
Stop playing, bro. Stop playing, bro.
Who you think you talking to, bro?
Who you think you talking to? Stop playing, man. You took that down. That's easy work right there. And if y'all seen Candace, she's an attractive woman. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop playing, man.
All right, what else you got? Come on.
Use my charger first thing in the morning. I didn't really find that odd. I didn't know nothing about it. What I didn't know was Candace was taking pictures of my feet.
Now, I will say this. What he's going to go into now, I do believe this. I think his perception was not on point. I think that she had an agenda, like a lot of women do, especially you dealing with somebody with clout. You want the exit story when it don't work out because, you know, she knew she fucking with you. She knew it was inevitably not going to work out. So she need her exit strategy so she can feel vindicated. So I will say what he's talking about right now, I do believe this.
Found that out later. Okay. Next thing I know, we kicking it, we chilling. We actually go meet up with one of her friends at a brunch spot. We leave there, and what was it? A couple of weeks later, I'm like, look, I'm about to do something for my birthday. Do you want to come out? Got her friends out. Long story short, her friends and about 25 to 30 people. We having a mansion party. We tripping out. I'm smoking.
You bring a bitch to a mansion party, you fucking. What are you talking about, dude?
Bro, you take it to the bar. You expect us to believe that you this millionaire socialite celebrity and you bringing a bad chick with you to a mansion party, but you just chilling. You just trying to have a good time. Cool story. Go ahead.
Ladies, listen. I don't care how principled the guy is. If you have the detached sense that he say he has, you're not bringing something you're gonna fuck to these situations. It just don't happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, unless he's like incredibly unattractive, incredibly fat, or he can't perform, or whatever you want to put as like an outlier. Other than that, a normal everyday dude, you're having this big mansion party, you got the yacht popping off. You're doing it to impress us, so you can take that down. So y'all need to be able to see through shit like this, man.
Absolutely.
And I'm getting high, still no sex. But she wants to use the bathroom. She wants to go and use my charger whenever we did the house tour with a couple of people.
I gotta say this too, man. If you've been high and drunk, you're not this perceptive. You're not this perceptive, man. So he acting like he has total recall of this shit. And I'm not saying that some of that shit ain't so. Overall, I do believe him, but he's acting like he got total recall. And when you fucked up like that, your senses are not that heightened, man. So I just gotta call cap on this on some level. On some level, it's cap.
Right.
People. She wants to stop and do this, stop and do that. I didn't know what was going on until later on, that the entire time she was trying to take pictures of me as I'm walking in and out. Okay, I didn't know that, right? Cool. Fast forward to, I'm talking to my mentor because at this point, I'm not feeling where I'm at. I'm breaking down. I don't want to do anything productive. If you look at my videos from, what was it? If you look at my videos from June, about June 10th to September 10th, you'll see me post about 2 to 3 times. Talking to my mentor, I basically just had this whole meltdown about nothing is satisfactory. God don't love me. My wife is rejecting me. I'm not able to see my kids. And something that he told me basically changed my life. And he said, D, the reason why you're not happy, the reason why nothing is lining up the way that you want it, is because you verbally gave your life to Christ, but you didn't submit your life to Christ. You verbalized it, you said it, you accepted him, but you didn't walk with him.
Do you want to step in? I know I want to. I want you to go first. I want to download.
I don't have nothing to say for this bullshit. You ain't okay. I was raised Christian, as you were. Aren't the steps literally verbally?
Yes. Confess with your mouth and believe in your heart. That is literally the first step, man. Romans 10:9.
So, okay. So what am I missing? Because I don't understand what. Maybe Zach, exactly. He been using religion as an excuse. But what am I missing where he's saying that wasn't enough? What part didn't he get in? Like, what did I miss? Because first off, we just glazed over the fact that we was at this party and with this girl at the mansion party, and then we fast forward into this mentor shit. We still ain't talk about where he fucked up at. So I know I missed that somehow, unless he didn't say it. But what? Go ahead. You got to make this clear for me because I'm not understanding this bullshit right now.
Well, it's not to be understood, in my opinion. He wants to hit these key points because most people are not great evaluators of goddamn shit. Loud.
It's connected to my. It's connected to my.
Okay, yeah, shit, goddamn. Anywho, is so the tactic he's using is basically the ambiguity aspect, where you are using the idea of salvation. Again, for my Christian listeners, you know the fundamental text. What I've learned though, a lot of Christians don't even use Romans 10:9 as their foundational text for salvation. But I mean, that literally is the first step for you to give your life to Christ, is Romans 10:9, and confessing out your mind and believing in your heart that Christ, is
Lord.
Well, no, he died for your sins and you are saved. Again, I'm not a Christian anymore. I haven't been a Christian for the upwards part of about 10 years. So my scripture recall won't always be the best, but I know that's the foundational text. And I do know a lot of Christians don't use that too. When the book says that should be your foundational text, like Romans 10:9 should be the foundation for that.
Right.
But I do also know that there are people who follow Christ who don't consider themselves Christian. And what I do see is those are your most Christ-like people because they don't follow the religion, they follow text. And those are your more like your Kojic type, women can't wear, pants and stuff. You got to wear a long flowing skirt and shit like that. Like you don't show yourself. And it's like, it's very restrictive. You know what I mean? And so what I think Derrick Jaxn is conjuring that spirit of the church, like the Christian church. And the Christian church is about forgiveness. It's about talking about Jesus at every turn. and it's like he's forgiving. So that's what the spirit he's trying to tap into with this shit. And I sniff him out so quickly, like so. It's just funny to watch because I know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And so I want y'all to kind of understand the motive, the modus operandi of what he's doing, because it is based on that Christian principle from a church standpoint, not necessarily the actual word, because the word says if you follow the Bible like that, man, you can have more than one woman. Like, you're not committing adultery by cheating unless you fuck another man's wife.
Right.
That's adultery. So he's playing the religion aspect, not necessarily the word. So I don't have sympathy for that. Like, you're just trying to, because in my opinion, the church as it stands, you conflate scripture with normalcy that, you know, the actual scripture is practiced in a certain discipline, which is the Christian church. And so it's a lot to unpack. I understand that, and I won't talk your ears off on that. But he's delving into that spirit where it's basically, that's not real strict law. It's just about what people perceive it to be, and it's not based on actual scriptural backing. Let me say that.
And so basically, he's saying, "Forgive me, I'm not perfect."
There you go. All that shit I said, you put it like in 6 words.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Unless you got something else, bro.
Nah, let's rock.
Yep.
If you didn't walk in according to his word, you're still holding on to some things. Okay. That was probably, I think, July 27th or something like that. My wife is getting ready to come back in town. We haven't had much further dialogue about the divorce or anything like that, but we haven't rekindled anything. So at that point, what I decided was, okay, the marriage is done. But in order for me to have an opportunity to have this happiness or have this fulfillment that I'm looking for, I have to come into alignment with God. And that means even if my wife is ringing off, totally not talking to me, even if whatever, I won't even say depressed, but really in a bad space, even if whatever, in order for me to really connect with God, I got to clear some things out. So I threw away my liquor. I threw away every bit of other things that I was using. I cut off everybody, Candace included. Now, I won't say I gave an explanation. All I said was, this ain't right, and we don't need to talk again until this divorce is final. The whole time we have been talking.
Okay. What kind of nigga you know talk like that?
One that talk like a woman.
Ladies, and I don't want to go hard on this man, but don't no dude operate like what he's saying, man. Don't do it. I can't fuck with you until this divorce is final. I'm cutting off all alcohol and everything I use. I'm this saint now because I didn't submit to Christ. Dudes don't do this, man. Ladies, no, it's not how dudes operate. They'll put their dick in you all the way to the proceeding. Listen good, man. Y'all gotta stop falling for this shit, because he gives you this Prince Charming archetype of a man. That's not how men operate, man. Men are pretty cut and dry. We're like, yo, I'm going through this procedure. You down with what I got going, or you're not? Dudes don't be like, well, I gotta just be upright. I can't do it anymore until it's official. No, that's not how dudes operate, man. So, ladies, y'all gotta peep through this shit, man. Go ahead, Sam.
Until we explain this shit. That's it. that's the only time that shit makes sense, and when we gotta explain it. But in real time, ain't nobody, bro. Nobody's doing that. It ain't no way I'm finna text you. My marriage is done. In his words, it's done. I'm done with that. I'm just trying to figure out everything else. So you gonna tell everybody that you gonna cut everybody off after that?
Come on, man.
What the hell does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, you lost everything. Now you're gonna lose the rest of everything. Like, let me cut off the reason I ain't married no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me do that. Or my only saving grace, like, I got a bad chick left. Let me not keep her anymore. Who? Why? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't make sense.
Not how dudes operate. Because you're gonna keep your slump hole on deck for the worst. Bro. If she down with what you got riding, you're gonna keep your slump hole on deck. And that Candace chick was this slump hole. And you're not gonna get rid of her when you're going through that for the reason he says. Nah, bro. Nah. You gonna keep her on deck, bro. Like you say, man, when you got to explain that much, you're leaving out the truth. Exactly. You're talking around a subject. You're not talking directly at it. And that is very problematic.
Yep.
That boy Oscar say, he never touched a nigga with a V-neck.
And they shit here, right?
That boy look like Braveheart. Mel Gibson.
Absolutely, man. This boy got a blouse on.
Like, a blouse. That boy got that old, get the glove and slap him. I challenge you to a duel.
Duel on guard.
I got that Jacques Cousteau.
I wasn't even gonna get on him. Hey, Chachi, man, you wrong for that.
I ain't want to hurt him, man. But hey, man, when truth comes out, man,
gotta address it, baby. Gotta address it.
That's Chachi said, man. That's why he in the car every video, man. You got to get them angles right, man. This dude's something else, man. And I don't want to, again, my intent is not to denigrate him because I know this is damage control. I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of these side comments are funny, man. I can't not acknowledge they funny, bro.
Yep. Let's keep it going.
Nah, this said, boy was telling y'all how to treat your side chick. Yeah.
Right. I just cannot forget the fact that he was going so hard on guys.
Oh yeah.
This very same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
Bro, I was like, who is this dude? Yeah, I kept hearing Derrick Jaxn. I go check out his videos. And he just throwing everybody under the bus. And now you want to be saved by God and us for us to understand that you're not perfect and all that shit. Nah, bro, you just like us, nigga. You just like us. And welcome to the real world. So yeah, let's keep it rolling and see what we got.
I mean, nobody perfect, so you're not being contrite by admitting that. Oh, I'm not. Nobody's perfect, so you're not doing nothing with that statement. You're just trying to elicit sympathy, and dudes like us gonna see right through it every time, bro.
Bro, it's just like with Black Men Don't Cheat. First thing people say, oh, you cheated before. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And I would not say that I was a man when I was doing that shit. I'm admitting that that's not what a man would do. So, yeah, I can tell you the difference. I've been there before. I know exactly what they do. We know exactly what the fuck he doing. We've been there before. It's just we was there in early 20s and he 31 doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's a difference. You got
they got to picture him with a Black Man Don't Cheat shirt either, too.
I saw that shit.
Like, it is unforgiving, man. Boy. It is unforgiving, bro.
I saw it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to be able to be straight up with it and live with reality. You can't change the shit. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well make it a positive instead of trying to, like I said, save face. And that just shows character. And that shit, his character is weak as fuck. So in my opinion. Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Talking, I was letting her know, hey, we're separated. I'm just doing my thing. I'm chilling. I'm kicking it. All that other good stuff. Which, by the way, I'll be honest with you. I won't necessarily say I recommend. I believe I preached on it. Somebody fact check me. Whenever I've talked on this subject, my whole dialogue has been that you don't want to deal with a man who's separated because he may still have feelings for his wife. I mean, he may be lying to you. In my case, I definitely have feelings for my wife, but I thought we were over and I wasn't lying. So am I practicing what I preach? I guess.
No, I'm dead. I'm dead, man. I'm dead.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. Go ahead. You got it. I can't.
Y'all remember the Dave Chappelle skit with Rick James? When he was like, he talking about he grind his feet on the couch, and Rick James was like, man, I ain't gonna grind my feet on the couch like this, some shit to do. Yeah, I remember grinding my feet on this couch. That's exactly what this shit was.
Bruh. Oh shit. Oh, hey,
oh my goodness, bro.
This is entertaining. I tell you that.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This is better the second time I watch it because I gave him too much credit my first listen. I gave him way too much credit. I'm actually gonna walk back some of my assessments from the first time watching it. So this dude right here, he out of there, man.
Yeah, definitely. All right, roll it.
All right, let's keep it rocking, man.
I guess so. So anyway, I sent her that text message. I blocked her on everything. In the past, what I would do is,
why you block her though? Like if she's supposed to, you send her that text message. What's the point of blocking her? That means you let her on, homeboy. And I get it. I get that. I've done it before. I get it. But don't say it's something else, though. You let that broad on, homeboy. You let her on, G.
He just keep contradicting himself in every.
Oh yeah.
I let her know that I'm done and we through. It ain't no more. Then I blocked her. What?
What? Bro, they don't go together, dog. That's a clear evasive tactic, man. That you're not being righteous on what you're saying, bro.
Look, he said he still shot at him is golden.
It is. Every time we stop it, man.
Every time it's either.
Yeah, you lying. You lying, bro. Come on, family. Come on, man. I'd rather him say, like, I did what I did. And that's what it was, and I'm moving forward. I would respect that more than this shit right here.
I definitely respect that. I mean, it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? What else can you do?
I fucked up. Sorry, y'all. I fucked up. Yeah, I did that.
I'm not perfect. The things that I told y'all were true. I just crossed over to the other category of those men that I told y'all to avoid, and I'm ashamed of it. And I'm working my way back. That's what
it should have been a 3-minute video right here.
Yeah.
You don't owe people all this explanation that you're trying to do.
Exactly.
But all you're doing is trying to, like Kevin Samuels say, man, like this is like dirty Mac in what you're doing right now. Like you using Mac skills for bad. You're trying to use so he's basically painting himself as not necessarily a martyr, but as a sympathy case, so women can take it easy on him. That's what he's doing, man. And he said at the beginning of the video who he's talking to. So the people who hate him, who hate his guts, he's not talking to. The people who are indifferent about him, who don't really care about the truth like that, he's not talking to them. But the people who rock with him, okay, D ain't perfect. That's what he told you. So he's a good liar. He told you exactly who he's talking to. And so here's the thing. You can't step out of the way like, oh, Derrick lied to me or Derrick was evasive. He told you. He led in and said who he was talking to with this shit, and that's why he's doing it this way. This shit is fucking genius.
It is. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
This shit is genius, man. This is mind-blowing watching this the second time.
Yeah.
It caused a lot of issues even in my marriage. I would mostly cut somebody off. I would end communication, but I wouldn't cut it. I wouldn't completely obliterate. I wouldn't completely close every door to that part of my life. All right. It was only on that day, and don't get me wrong, this wasn't immediate. It was only on that day where I started seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. My anxiety is not nearly where it was. Me not wanting to do this, not caring to inspire anybody, not nearly where it was. Even in terms of me and Danae's communication, she still went forward. By the way, I wish I had printed this out because I believe you can actually search this.
you see your boy reaching for another manipulative that he does not have.
Wish I printed this seasoning out, baby.
And what he's doing is that's his way of showing that he wants to prove to you what he's saying. But he's 0 for 3 so far with this strategy of using something around him to validate his statement. Y'all peep game, man.
Bro, his body language is golden too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Oscar. His wife was still around. He had no choice but to block her because if she saw any kind of text message or call come through, that nigga was done for real. And be unapologetic, and he cannot do that. He's not taking accountability. He ain't taking full accountability, and that's bullshit. So that's why we're here for 30 minutes when it should be 3, like we said earlier.
There you go.
She filed for divorce. Some people may say, "Oh, Derrick, was the separation really real?" She filed for the divorce. The lawyers were in. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to my email. Trey Songz was my lawyer.
So he didn't say Trey Songz. He said Trey Songz. I was like, Trey Songz was your lawyer?
That's what I thought I heard too. I was like, no, it couldn't be. It cannot get that good. So he can't be. I knew I heard that wrong.
Yeah, Trey Songz is what he said. That's funny.
I want to see if he find it though.
I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see.
You know we can't see that shit.
Let me see. Hold on.
I see the name.
I don't know. It's not showing.
Trey Sales. I see the name.
Can you guys see the date?
Law Group 12.
Okay, you can't see the date. I should have studied how to do this. I seen some questions in there. I'm gonna get to the question.
Niggas called screenshot.
I should have studied how to do this. This nigga said I should have studied how to do this.
It's called a screenshot, dog. What you talking about, man? You a millionaire off of your social media platform. You don't know how to fucking screenshot and show the guy. Lord have mercy.
I should have studied how to do this.
Lord have mercy, bro.
Can't see the date? No. Okay. Oh wow.
Lord have mercy.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Let's proceed on.
Questions right after. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get to the questions right after. Anyway, at this point, she goes through and she files for divorce. And yes, this entire time, I'm sitting there breaking down. I'm sitting there, my marriage is trash. Even though I'm not posting regularly, I haven't completely stopped. So if you want to say like, Derrick, that's, you know, you tripping for not coming forward and saying that your own marriage is in shambles or whatever. That's what I definitely did. But she filed for divorce. I believe it was officially filed on the 28th of August. But by the end of that month, we finally, coming into alignment with God's way, finally allowed for us to start having real conversations. It's like you kind of depend on the way that you.
Will we stop it?
Yeah, I knew something up with this damn timeline, and it keeps getting more tricky every time I say something. But she filed for divorce on the 28th, but he said by the end of that month we got in alignment with God. Was that 2 days later, 3 days later? The 28th is the end of the damn month.
Yeah.
So I don't think he realized. Well, I know he's just flowing with his consciousness. Everything that comes in his mind is just is coming out right now, and he can't keep track of that shit. But I knew this timeline was gonna be some bullshit because everything he's saying it ain't making sense. But we could go back over that later. He went on the phone. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
That you want to do things, you can kind of depend on what you think is going to be best, your own intellect, your own knowledge. But what I said in this book, and this is how it all ties in.
Yeah, promote that book, boy. Yeah, that's how it ties in. You right. That's exactly how it ties in.
I learned that I can have all the knowledge in the world, I can have all the intellect in the world. But whenever you're in a spiritual covenant, when you're in a covenant with God, you can't do it by your own judgment. You can't do it by your own thought processes, your own reason, your own logic, right? That was the end of August. I believe it was about—
Nah, homeboy, I can't let you get away with that.
Yeah, that's that don't lead to your own understanding bullshit. Don't question all that bullshit. No, bro. Go ahead. You got it.
Like, if you can't use those things, what the fuck else are you using? In the word supposed to guide your thoughts and understanding, where it's you discerning what you're reading and applying it to your life. So what you're basically saying is I'm not liable for my own ungodly actions. I wasn't really moving in the spirit until I really submitted to God.
Bingo.
Nah, homeboy.
It's weak.
That's weak. So if you're gonna go that far, every book you've written to this point of when you had this epiphany should all be disregarded. If that's the case.
Yep.
All that shit should be just because you weren't walking with God. You was not in this covenant correctly. So you basically, the way you perceive things were off. So everything, all these books you keep raising up, all that shit is trash. All this bullshit. Burn all that shit.
Mm-hmm. And what it says is I am not responsible or accountable for my actions anytime before that. And that God got me. That's what he's
doing. That's what he's doing. I know manipulation, man. I'm telling you, man. I know, again, I'm a salesman. Every day I look at motherfuckers who like him, who come in purporting themselves to be something. But when you start to probe, when you start to dig, like you see Kevin Samuels do a lot with people. You know what? A lot of people that Kevin Samuels evaluates, they'll say they love his show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like what you're doing and blah, blah, blah. And then he'll say something and it's off. You're like, okay, interesting. And then he'll start doing his thing. And it's called qualifying. When you start qualifying people, you start pulling out real information from them. And then you get the real story. Because most people come in with a lofty mindset. But when you start taking that shit away, you understand what they're really about. And so I'm just kind of doing the same thing with him based on what he's saying and Sammy as well. And it's just not adding up, man.
Yes, bro.
It's about a mid-September where we ended up at the same church event, and the pastor was willing to see us in the back after church and all of that stuff. And we basically had a one-on-one with him. And that's where we decided we were going to take divorce completely off the table. Taking divorce completely off the table was such a huge turnaround because just 2 or 3 months prior, she wasn't talking to me. We weren't.
Now, I would say this. I'm not mad at it. Like, because I think a lot of people should do this. Like, when your shit is all fucked up, just step back, see if it's worth keeping.
Yeah.
So I'm not against what he's saying right now at all. Like, I think some people get so caught up in their ego and they don't want to just step back. Okay, is this marriage worth saving? Let's step in and let's just see if it's really about it. And I'm not mad at this right here. I gotta say,
absolutely. I think that I think my problem with it is, again, it's character flaws that I keep noticing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And shit like we ended up at the same church event.
Yeah. It's convenient.
It was by chance.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, come on, man. Like right. He can't be straight up, and that's gonna always be an issue because you can't believe shit that he say. It's always something deeper than the surface that he don't want you to see, and we see that. You know, I hope that everybody see that, and if you can't, this is the guy for you. Then you know, so
that's for you if you can't see it. Let's move on.
Yeah,
start talking, and I'll let her talk for herself. If she's able to come down here in a little bit, she's putting the kids to bed. She's a short woman. God, she has her own voice.
So, spoiler alert, he's not gonna have her own.
Damn it! I was hoping that I was like, there you go. Like damn it.
No, this is consistent with everything he's been doing. The book, looking through the phone. Oh no, they ain't there. That's what he does though, because a lot of women will take that as, oh wait, you know, he was considering it. Oh, see, that boy good, man. That boy good.
And they gonna say, oh well, she was putting the kids to bed. Maybe they couldn't get to bed in time, and he tried. Yeah, that's
good, man. Good, man.
Yeah, that's what they'll remember, and not the fact that it was some bullshit.
Yeah, man. Chachi said, man, it's a rebrand video. Yeah. It's a rebrand. You absolutely freaking right, man. This is
bingo.
A publicist, and this is a rebrand video. Absolutely. Like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has done the same thing, y'all. He's done the same thing. Got caught cheating.
Oh, bro, we need to do that video because I never seen it.
Yeah. So yeah, man. It's what's up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chachi say she didn't want to talk to him because he was shooting slugs in the video. Now I see he was amped up for the shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Let's see if we can round this out. I know where I'm gonna stop this at. Let's go ahead and get to that point.
So we weren't talking, weren't doing anything, right? And here we are taking divorce completely off the table and now talking about our future again. So in that time, with godly counsel and with putting everybody back where they're supposed to go, because both of us had let some outsiders in. Candace was only one of mine, but she,
AKA hoes.
My wife did too, and I don't think it was other guys. I'm not trying to insinuate that. But outsiders were allowed in, something that I talked about and don't forget you.
So he's equating his hoes to her friends?
Oh, yeah. That's definitely what he doing. Oh, yeah. That's definitely what he doing.
Wow. And he really just glossed over that shit. Like,
oh, yeah.
We both let some people in. Candace was my only one. So, yeah, I had other hoes, but I don't think it was guys. I ain't going to say that, but she let some people in, too. Bro, let's go. This dude he's hilarious.
He's hilarious, man. You know, let's keep rolling.
The crown that you're not supposed to do. I'm referencing this because this is what I preach. So wisdom is one of those things that you can either listen to it, heed it, or not. Either way, you're going to eat the fruit of it. That was in September. By the end of December, me and her, I'm talking about crushing the honeymoon stage. Crushing the honeymoon stage. Now, what had to happen in order for that to go down? Well, first off, there was a complete purge of everything that was not of God. There was a complete submission to God. Some of you may look at my YouTube videos. Anybody in the comment section, you may be able to peep that since August, I haven't cussed in any of my videos. I haven't said Team Jaxn was happening. Why is that? Because my platform.
This nigga right here, man.
Oh God.
I mean, it all makes sense in his head, though. I will say that he believes this shit.
It does, and that's the problem, because he genuinely believes this shit.
Oh yeah, he definitely believes it. So yeah, I mean, so whatever. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
my platform is not my platform anymore.
My platform is not my platform anymore, boy. All right.
Completely have come into the submission of Christ. You may look on Twitter and see certain things that I've said, acknowledging Christ, acknowledging God. Now, these are just like small, I guess, evidences, but since August, the beginning of August, I would say, not only my marital life, not only my internal peace, but even the impact that I'm having on people, not just in dating and relationships, but now in marriage, completely skyrocketed. So that's only a piece of my testimony.
That book back in that nigga.
That is according to what I preach.
So here's how dangerous that this rhetoric he's spitting. So he's like, so basically his wife had this rejuvenation. Y'all got this fresh, reinvigorated spirit. Y'all like, back in the we say infatuation stage. So what happens when y'all go back to normalcy? So what you show is you have a spirit of chaos, of frenetic energy. What have you shown to just have placidity? Like you give your wife what she expects every day. It shows you got the lows of lows, the highs of highs, and that's kind of where y'all operate at. And that to me is the most problematic about what he's saying about himself, to be perfectly frank with you.
No, that's an excellent take on it. And exactly what it is. He operates in chaos. And again, my biggest thing is he lacks accountability. And without that, nothing that he does and nothing that he's saying will mean anything, because it's not his fault, and even if he can accept fault for it, it wasn't his fault, because he wasn't where he was supposed to be in life. But man, I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 times when I'm dealing with people in relationships, like the first place they run to is God. It's like, oh, I'm at the lowest of lows. I need God can save me, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's the first place you turn to, because it's something that's really not tangible that you can really hope for and pull energy from, when it's really just the energy you're pulling out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you pulling yourself back up by saying, I need God to pull me out of this. But you don't look at it that way. You think somebody else is actually pulling you up out of this funk, when it's really you just recentering yourself and getting your shit back together. So him running to God and saying that everything, now all the relationships that people are taking advice from me now is they skyrocketing. So what you saying, like you said earlier, all the shit before that was bullshit. They wasn't doing as well because I wasn't where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Now, it's our platform. My platform ain't my platform. It's our platform.
Yeah,
and now we're doing better. Yeah, we on this journey with God now. Like,
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Cut the shit, dude. Cut the shit, man. I get it, man. You think like a woman, and so you want everybody to have this overwhelming emotional epiphany about things, and that's the love he operates on, from what I'm getting from this video. And I just think, ladies, that's dangerous to follow a dude who's so flighty like that. He's hella flighty. He sees things. Everything to him is a message after the fact. So it seems like he has very poor foresight. And ladies, don't get with a dude who has no foresight. If everything he learns is after the fact, he basically not going to lead you nowhere. He'll have a great explanation after it happened, but he won't have a full vision on that. And that's a very dangerous trait to have for somebody you should be following. Let me say that. Let
me add to that. I always say 2 type of people in the world: reactive, proactive. He's reactive. Dangerous, because you always reacting to something instead of getting ahead of it. He's always behind. And
oh yeah,
that'll leave you behind if he's leading you. You know what I'm saying? And I think Christian said that he did do a video with his wife that we need to go back and follow up. So we need to do that. But go ahead.
Yeah, we'll do that. And so, but the information I was gonna drop, I told you I'll wait to the end. It's like this ain't the only chick. There's another chick that surfaced. So she's a bigger girl like his wife is. So this ain't the only one. So and I'm gonna stop it when he says what his relationship was with this Candace lady. But I want to say that there's another woman too has come forward, you know, since then. So yeah, this dude right here, he on one, man, for real.
Let it run.
So that's probably why he putting his second video out, but yeah, I'm gonna let it run.
Preached in my books. That is according to what I preached in my video. I am absolutely cool with being held accountable. I have no problem with that whatsoever. And I have no problem saying what I did was wrong. But let me be very clear. In dealing with that girl, while I was actually separated, a couple of weeks before the divorce was filed, it wasn't wrong necessarily according to my own logic. Why was it wrong? It was wrong because I was in a covenant with God, and I only was making a contingent based on my wife. I was only making a contingent based on what she said. Well, we're not dealing with each other. Well, she's not.
And let me say this too. With this, the way he's angling this, he's gonna go very hard with the spiritual aspect going forward. Watch, because that's the backdrop he set. So he's gonna be like Chachi said. This is a extreme rebrand, which is it is freaking genius, man. It's freaking genius.
Not meet my needs, and in that, I think anybody is kind of setting themselves up to fail. Even if the divorce goes through, I had to get to a place where, no matter what, I'm honoring my commitment to God first, my wife second, the marriage second. And that's with the marriage completely gone, her all but guaranteeing that she was out the door. So that is the gist of it. Like I said, guys, if you look in the comments, you're going to see the bloodthirsties. They really don't care. But the whole Derrick got caught cheating in his wife's bed is BS. Complete BS. I'll own up to anything that I did, and I deserve to be held accountable.
You own anything that somebody can prove.
Yeah, exactly. And he is yet to say what he's done. He has yet to say it. I'm waiting on it. He is yet
plausible deniability, man. Plausible deniability. Is what Derrick Jaxn is about. Real shit.
Oh man. Let it roll.
Plausible deniability, man. Y'all remember that word, man.
For anything that I did. If I was living a double life, it was trying to encourage people when I was discouraged. It was trying to help people build healthy relationships when my relationship was dismantled, disheveled. I absolutely did that. So at some point, I guess we'll get a fix for that. But let's go ahead and go to the comments.
Stop it.
Let's see. They're kind of moving fast. I don't know if you guys can even hear me.
Stop it. So what he's saying is that he has some audacity. He's saying what I did do is help y'all when my shit wasn't even right. I did still help y'all though. That's what he's saying. He just said my shit was in shambles, but I was still here for y'all though. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all gonna come for me? That's what he just said right there. And I cannot believe he just said that shit.
I can believe it. I know what he about. I know what kind of cat he is, man. And I mean, well, we knew this with his brand, lying to females to get their affection, to promote his shit. Like, I mean, this is on brand for him, to be perfectly frank with you. And he took, a day or two to get himself together and put this out. I think it's genius to be frank.
Yeah, it's some bullshit though.
I mean, it's that too. Shit, it's been bullshit from day one. So I mean, that's kind of irrelevant. Point that out. Move on.
Let's see here. Somebody said, "Why did I ghost old girl?" Good question.
Because he fucked her.
So I texted her, "What we're doing ain't right. What we're doing ain't right. We don't need to talk and get into this."
Talk about what you doing ain't right, and you ain't touched her. Well, no, I'm letting him say it.
Divorce is final, right? So for me, my own logic, I could definitely go about saying, "Hey, just so we're in the right path of things, just so your feelings aren't hurt. I want to let you down easy. I want to do this, that, and the other. But that's not biblical. That's not biblical. That's according to my own sense. That's according to my own logic. Now, if I had it my way, what I would do is, instead of letting her down.
Again, the Bible lets men have more than one woman. So unless that woman was married, you're not unbiblical for messing with her, especially going through a separation. So let's cut the meat from the fat, man. If you follow the Bible like that, you're not unbiblical doing that. You just feel bad, I guess, on some level, but that has nothing to do with the Bible, man.
Right.
Down easy or not ghosting her or anything like that, I just wouldn't have texted her to begin with. I just wouldn't have reconnected to begin with. So I'm fine with being wrong for that. Let's see here. But I'm a big proponent of, especially since I came in full submission, that you cannot save everybody else's feelings, especially when it's at the cost of somebody who matters most. You can't go sparing everybody else's feelings. You can't go giving 2 weeks notices. I gave a message to basically say, and I didn't basically say it, to say, I'm not going to talk to you until this divorce is final. And I cut it right then.
No, he's not lying about that. You don't owe people your damn absolute explanation if you preserving yourself for the person you matter to most. Now, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But stop acting like you was that's not what you did. And I get it. I get why you did what you did, but don't try to act like there's some noble reason why you did it. You just ain't want to deal with the broad, man. Come on, let's be real, bro.
We on a 30-minute video for him talking about this shit. If you don't owe an explanation, then we should.
What the fuck you explaining this much for to people you don't know?
Exactly.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Look at that lying face right there. Every time look at it. Look, you ain't got to believe me. We don't. Go ahead.
Definitely don't.
After that, I just have to accept what comes with it. Let's see here.
That boy still ain't said what he did.
Nah. No, he did not. Just do the clown, man. He good at what he do, man.
Yeah. So why I went to the next one? You're not over the ex. I absolutely agree. And let me make something clear. What's up, man? Oh, okay.
Y'all bring your big girl in there, man. Let's sit by you, man, so we can.
I was waiting to hear a voice or something.
This dude right here.
You can pull up a chair if you want to.
He didn't mean that.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The boy ain't break stride. What he doing over there?
Pull up a chair if you want to.
Hey, baby, come over here, sit right here, real quick.
We ain't doing that.
Sleep with her. No, I did not sleep with her. I never slept with her. Our relationship was sexual in nature from day one. I've been acquainted with her 9 or 10 years or something like that. And it was like through Twitter. But I did not sleep with her. Why I did not sleep with her? Honestly, I'm not even going to say I was on some type of vibe like I feel like, oh, my values are this. I want to make sure I'm respecting vows. At that point, I wasn't even thinking much about the marriage. I was on some rebellion to God type stuff. I was on some screw it all type stuff. I didn't sleep with her or anybody for that matter because I got to get deep. I'm not able to perform when I'm super stressed. I didn't even have.
All right, this video done. All right, so that's it's done. That's it. That's all. That's why I want to stop it at right there.
Bruh, that boy say, I'm not able to perform when I'm under stress. But I was rebelling to God, so I ain't want to fuck with no hoes. That's just what it was. I wasn't feeling God right then. He let me down, and I was like, fuck it. I ain't trying to mess with no hoes. Okay.
Listen, man. Listen. Yeah, y'all, I want you to listen to me real good. If there's any time you're gonna start mowing down hoes, it's when you conflicted against a religious principle. When you in relationship turmoil, if it's ever time you're gonna start mowing them down, it's a time like that. That shit he telling you is GAME game. That is, it's the worst kind of game. That's dirty macking right there, bro.
Yeah.
You know damn well.
Bro.
You know, the gentlemen who comment on here know how I go with these females, bro. Like, that's when you start really getting into your bag, man. If you got some turmoil like that, that's when you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And you just start, cranking them out, man. It's just like, yo, what you doing? Come on through. And you gotta say, now I would say this: he never said he didn't have sex. He said he didn't sleep with him. So he a slippery motherfucker. He a slippery motherfucker. He just said he never slept in my bed. That nigga slippery, dog.
That was great. He said he read the question, did you have sex with her? No, I never slept with her. That is awesome.
He's slippery. It's words, man. It's word salad, because that means you gotta just prove him on two levels. You gotta again, plausible deniability. She has to prove he slept with him.
Mm-hmm.
She has to, and he knows for the evidence she has, she can't prove that. She can prove he was over there. She can prove that they were flirting. He asked, no, it's a video asking what kind of panties she had on, like, so she can prove all that. She can't prove they fucked. And he knows that. So he a slippery motherfucker, man. You gotta watch dudes like that, man. He's slippery, man.
Erica say, did you see Erica's comment?
Yeah. He keeps skipping over the point.
Absolutely. He been doing that the whole video.
Oh yeah. I can't perform under stress. Shit, I perform under my best when I'm just like, fuck it. This is my best performance in my life.
Yeah, that's when you got full, just do whatever you want at that point. And you got to keep it real. He ain't keeping it real, man. Like, you got, I don't know, he might have 1 million followers on his Instagram. I don't know how many he got, but you got millions of followers. One second.
Get your ass on with that shit. You doing a video. Fuck out our video with that shit.
You got millions of subscribers.
I'm talking shit like my girl down in the other room.
I know. It's like, yeah, Marty.
she ain't come here and all in the videos and shit. Like,
she just got off work. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stay-at-home dad. I just fuck with you. But no, this man got millions of followers, right? All right, you in shambles in your relationship, rebelling against God. I know for a fact that you got people that's in your DMs, you know what I'm saying, on some slippery shit with you, because that's just the nature of women, not all women, but some women, that when you taken, they want a piece of it. You know what I'm saying? So out of all these millions of people, you got people that you can go to that list. You know what I'm saying? So you have an opportunity to do so, and you like, nah, I'm chilling, bro.
You 30 years old? Stop playing.
30. You in your prime years. You know what I'm saying? Just beginning them, and I can't perform. I ain't taking that down. I'm good. I'm just mad at God right now. That's what it is. I'm mad at God. Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say about this. You can wrap it, bro. I've laid out my thesis throughout this.
He's a clown, and that's the long and short of it. That man's a clown, and I get it. No, I don't. I don't. I want to say I get why he did what. Nah, I don't. I don't get why he went this route. I do want to follow up with that video that Christian sent us, told us about, but he could have went about this a totally different way. And if he want to rebrand, I think the best way he could have did that was by sitting down with her, and apologizing, like
doing that Will Smith and Jada shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and have that Will Smith face, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But you got to eat that,
Well, you know what? Christian just sent me a picture of him with Big Girl.
Yeah, he sent it to me.
So he did go that route.
Yeah, so that's why I said he said we need to follow up on that. So we need to find that and follow up on the next video.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I want to see what was said. Matter of fact, hey y'all, that's it for this one. We gonna find that video and follow up with that one.
Yeah, man, keep rocking with us, man. Thank y'all. I think this is gonna be a great one, man. So follow us, Wise Guys, man. If y'all can like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff is all dope. And then to the next time, man, we out, y'all.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
Yep.